fitness tests too also involved when it comes to selection, right? We already talk about potential players that you could always develop also. But performances is something big, yeah, but as I said, fitness is just as performances.
In February 2020, when Chairman head Myron Evan Lewis were dropped from the West Indies one-day international squad for a tour to Sri Lanka, Cricket West Indies Director of Cricket, Jimmy Adams, said irrespective of how productive a player is regarding on-field performances, fitness must go hand in hand if they are to play international cricket. The policy also trickled down to the regional cricket, and in the past it has been used as a factor in the level of contracts players are awarded. The former West Indies captain further clarified the required minimum standard is that of 40 on the yo-yo test. The yo-yo test is a maximal aerobic endurance fitness test involving running between markers placed 20 meters apart at increasing levels of speed until exhaustion. Newsroom Sport was reliably informed by other sources that several players did not meet the required mark on the yo-yo test, and it was also factoring into the non-selection for the Guyana Jaguars.
I was a bit disappointed with some of the results that I saw when it comes to the fitness test. I think that they had enough time to get themselves in order, and it's very hard, and it's not just this year, it's a consistent thing that's happening. So at some point I will have to put it to end. So I really want to draw the line at this present time. So I did draw the line. As I said, I had enough time, but otherwise than that, I've realized some county boards and some members also had a concern about why players are not being selected, which I would urge them to try and get the players them fit before they come into our fitness tests. I mean, they also can help these players. We don't have to do all the work. We need people who could help the players also. But I mean, everybody wants to see the players in the team, but the question is how much you really helping your players them to understand what is international cricket, what you're trying to achieve.
COVID-19 affected most cricket activities in 2020, and until November 1, 2020, the government opted to allow sport activities to resume and gyms to open at 50% capacity. However, since the shutdown in March, the players were engaged in sessions via Zoom, and some players from the social media posts were seen being innovative in their method of staying fit. The fitness test was conducted on January 14 at a National Track and Field facility, Leonora.
And it showed that some of the players, they were putting in some work, which they had some high scores, they had some in-between score, they had some low scores. But as I said, most importantly, if you're disciplined enough, and if you're hungry enough, or you want to represent the country, you would put the work in instead of just waiting for when competition get close, then trying to get fit. It even, as an example, when you look back at CPL, that was something also. It was shocking to see how many players turn up unfit when it was CPL. So if we cannot learn from the last tournament and then coming back into another tournament, I mean, other players out there also were watching the competition, and they must know when a player look unfit or when they could see them not looking fit in terms of how the movement on the field, how the bowling, how the batting, depends how the running between the wickets. It do expose the weaknesses in terms of your thinking also.
The West Indies assistant coach said they do consider players who do not reach the standard, but over time consistently show improvement in their results. In response to some consistent performers at a domestic tournament being overlooked, he urged them to keep training since there are opportunities that may soon come. Meanwhile, the coach said he is disappointed in the output of the batsmen in the 2 practice matches thus far at Lebone Intention. He understands that there is a new pitch and it is still settling, but felt the batsmen could still apply themselves. At Wednesday's second practice match, the side, which consisted primarily of the Guyana Jaguars batsmen, were bundled for 109 in 32.1 overs. Openers Chandra Paul Hemraj and Rayon Griffith had the best scores of 41 and 60 respectively. Goodikesh Morty took 5-22 in 10 overs. In response, Kevin Anderson, who opened the batting, made an attractive 34. Tevin Imlach, one of the Jaguars' new selectees, made 17 before he was let before to Christopher Barnwell, who picked up 2 for 28. Dejan Chandrapal, with 28 not out, struck a 4 and 6 of Anthony Adams to win the match in 19.3 overs. The third and final practice match is scheduled for Friday from 9 hours. For the newsroom, Akin Green.